Guys, how are you doing? I see quite often people are put off by starting a business because they're scared of all the legals, all the tax and forming your company and all that stuff. But there's no need to be. If you do it all yourself, you can download all the forms off the internet, you can fill them all in yourself, you can do it all online, and you can set up your own business yourself. You don't need anybody else to do it. That's in the UK. I think in America you can do the same thing, and in the rest of the world, I don't know, all rules, everywhere's different. And by all means, you can do it yourself, but it's a pain in the butt, and it's just not worth it. So what you want to do, you want to go to an accountant. So first thing you want to do, if any business idea what you have, you want to go straight to an accountant, have a chat with your accountant, and see what they recommend. For me, the best way forward was to form a limited company, and that separates me personally to the business. So anything that happens in the business is like a separate entity. It's kind of seen as a separate body, and that's the same as if you're in America. If you set your business up as a LLC, it keeps you separate. And you can work as a sole trader, as yourself. For example, if you're doing an eBay shop, you can do it all under your own name. You can do it all under you, but you still have to declare all your taxes. You still have to do an end of year taxes. Self-assessment thing. You've got to fill all that lot in. You've got to have all your paperwork, your ins and your outs, so you pay all your taxes right. And if you try and do all that lot yourself, it's difficult. It is quite difficult. So definitely, guys, what you want to do, you want to go and see an accountant and get them to form the company for you. And then also, they'll do all your taxes. When it comes to the end of year and you've got to pay your taxes, they sort everything out. So pretty much, all that I do, I go on to PayPal. I won't bother showing you the PayPal thing. I might leave that for another video if anybody's interested. But for example, you go into PayPal and you pretty much do a download of all your ins and all your outs. And that's if you're doing eBay. And then you do the same with your bank statements. You keep all your bank statements, keep all them to a side. And I put all these in here. So if you look in here, I've got a different month. So every month, all the invoices I get, all my bank statements, they go into each month. And then when I've got to go and see my accountant, I'll just get all my paperwork, I'll get my PayPal download, I'll get my bank statements, and all the other stuff, basically all the ins and all the outs, all the expenditures, and all the stuff that all your purchases. Basically, you just chuck all that lot at your accountant. He'll work out how much you've got to pay. He'll just send you an email, say blah blah blah. This is how much you've got to pay. Are you happy with that? You say yes or no, that's it. You pay your taxes, you're done. And that's as easy as that. So really, it's not that hard at all. To set up your business, you pretty much, when I went to my accountant, he formed my limited company, and it took he done it while I was there, it took about 15 minutes. And then they charged a little fee. It wasn't even that much. I think it was under £100. I had my company paper, my certificate, everything. All in, done, everything. And then it's round about, it depends what services you have from the accountant. I get my accountant to do absolutely everything. And I'm also VAT registered. And in the UK, if your turnover is over £85,000 a year, you have to, by law, become VAT registered. So that's even more paperwork. But I just chuck all that lot at the accountant. He does it all. It costs me around about £1,000 a year. That's for everything. He does all my books. He does all my personal books. He does all my taxes, everything. If I've got any questions, I can ring up. I can go down there. I can ask him anything. And that's it for the whole year. If you're not VAT registered, and you're going for more basic service, you're doing it under yourself, probably around about £300 a year, they'll do everything. So guys, don't let it put you off starting up a business. It really is that easy. It's the easiest part of business. It's just go into call them up, ring them up, and even if you're in America and you don't even want to go down there's a company called LegalZoom. Go online, search them, and you can pretty much do everything online. And it's just so easy, guys. Definitely do not let it put you off. I'm not paper sort of minded. I'm not very good with paperwork. I hate paperwork. I hate filling in forms. It just makes my head just explode. I hate it. I can't do it. I can't do it for the life of me. I hate it with a passion. And it doesn't stop me doing business, guys. And I know there's a lot of people that think exactly like me, that are put off by just all this legal stuff that just don't start at all. So you're thinking, what sort of business do you need to form as a business? Well, pretty much everything. If you're making YouTube videos and they're paying you, you've got to register as a business. If you do an eBay account and you're selling stuff for profit, you've got to register that as a business. So anything that you do, it doesn't matter what it is, if you're doing it to make a profit, you have to register it as a business. There's no exceptions. No exceptions anywhere. The only exception is in the UK, I don't know about other places in the world. Here in the UK, and I'm pretty sure in America, you can open up an eBay store and you can sell your own personal stuff. So if you're clearing out your house, you've got a load of old junk, you want to sell it off, then that's fine. You can do that without setting it up as a business, and that's just selling your own personal stuff. But the minute you're buying stuff and you're doing it on the sole purpose to turn a profit, then that is now considered a business, and you have to do all your taxes. You have to either form your own, like a limited company or an LLC and form a completely separate entity, or you can do it under your own name, and then but you still have to pay your taxes. There's no way getting out of taxes. And another question I get, why would you form a LLC or a limited company over just doing it under your own name? Well, there's a few reasons. First of all, there's tax benefits by forming a company. If you think all the rule makers in the government, for the most part, they've all got their own businesses. So they're going to favour the tax rules for owning your own business. So if you form an LLC or a limited company, for the most part, you're going to be much better off tax-wise. You're going to pay a lot less tax. Secondly, if anything ever happens down the line where somebody wants to sue you, anything goes wrong, you want to have insurance for all that anyway. But, forget that. If anything goes wrong, your company gets sued or you go bankrupt or anything like that, the company is separate. So that company you can close, you can dissolve that company, finish it, close the door on that company, and your personal assets and your personal self stays unaffected. If you run your business under your own name, if somebody wants to sue you or you go bankrupt or anything like that, everything you own comes down with you, everything. So if you own a house, if you own a car, if you've got any money in the bank, that can all be taken away from you. If anybody plans to sue you and they win, that could happen. It probably won't. It's very rare that does happen. If you've got insurance, you're covered against all that stuff anyway. But if you have a LLC or a limited company, it's just an extra layer of protection. You just know that all your personal stuff, your house, your car, your money, all your own personal possessions, it can't be touched unless you do illegal stuff. If you've got a limited company or an LLC and you're going out your way to purposely break the law and you're trying to work the system in a way of ripping people off and just suck as much money out of your limited company as you can, then the court can rule over you that they will come after your personal assets. So if you're a scam artist, if you're going to go out there and you want to do fraud, you want to go out there ripping people off, then there's nothing to cover you. You're going to go to jail. You're going to get all your stuff taken away from you anyway. So, guys, it's only really for legitimate people with business. If you're a fraudster, if you're a scammer, then business isn't for you anyway. And anyway, this video's not about that anyway. The video was just about, about people that are scared. They're not sure how to go about forming their own business. So, if you're in America, check out LegalZoom or go to an accountant. Anywhere else in the world, then there's probably got online services as well. But best thing is just to go to your local accountant, just go in there and talk to them face to face. And it's so easy. There's nothing to be scared of. If there's all these terms and stuff that you don't know what they mean, I'm the same. There's a lot of terms that I don't know what they mean. And you just go to the accountant, they sort the whole lot out. All my friends that are in business, none of us have a clue about all these tax rules and accounts and all the legals. None of us know about any of that. None of us know about any of the paperwork, which is why all of us just send it out and let the accountant do it all. And that way it's just easier. You just pay your monthly fee or your yearly fee, however you set this up with your accountant, job done. And it's not worth trying to save yourself a few £100 or a few $100 or even £1,000, $1,000 a year. It's just not worth the hassle. I did once try and do it myself before I started off with all this eBay thing when I was doing welding and stuff. I tried doing all the books myself, and massive pain in the butt. And I'm pretty sure I'd done it wrong. I'd done it online, and I was filling this stuff in. I didn't even know what half of it meant, so I was just sort of just putting stuff in what I thought it meant. And in the end, you've got to sign a declaration where you promise that everything you put in is true, and if you put in any lies, then they can come after you. It's just not worth it, guys. I just hope for the best, and I'll try to do it just to save yourself that little bit of money, and you've got all that hassle and all that headache. Not worth it, guys. So if you've got any more questions, guys, leave a note down below. Hopefully this video has dragged on a little bit now, coming up to 10 minutes. Hopefully this video is going to help some of you guys out and take that fear out of your head. And any of you guys thinking of going out there and just running your business and trying to run under the radar and not tell the tax man and not pay your taxes, bad move. Bad move. If you get busted, if you get caught doing that, they're going to come after you and you can end up in jail. You're going to have your assets taken away from you. You're going to have, guys, it's just not worth it. It really is not worth it. Go to your accountant, do it all legal, do it all properly. It really is that easy, guys. As I said, I am useless with paperwork. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't faze me at all. It's just easy. Go see your accountant. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.